Good evening, everybody. I have a Samsung Waterwall dishwasher and I am getting the code 7E right there. There is a lot of videos in YouTube about this, but none of them tell you actually how to get this dishwasher apart. So I had to do this all by trial and error. I believe that the spray arm assembly motor is bad. I'm getting the 7E code, and you've probably seen other videos where people are rebuilding the motors and replacing the motors, but there is absolutely nothing on YouTube that shows you how to get this thing apart and get this all back together. This is the model number of my dishwasher and the part number that I ordered. This is the old one. This is the new one that just came back in today. And this is the mess I have getting this apart. It requires getting all the racks out of the dishwasher, and then we're going to be working back here, getting this all back together. Back here in the back of the dishwasher. Now, I clearly should have done this video when I was taking all this apart, but since I didn't, I'm gonna do it while I'm putting it back together and show you all of the tricks and little things I had to learn about getting this apart. You'll see me putting them back together, so you should be able to get your dishwasher apart from watching me put mine back together. All right, let's get started. Okay, we're getting ready to put in this piece, the assembly piece that I ordered. And by the way, before you do that and do any of this stuff, you might want to take off this piece right here and clean this filter right here. Mine was absolutely gross. And this piece pulls out here too. I've had my dishwasher for 5 years. I didn't even know this thing was in here. So these were all really disgusting. So I highly recommend that you clean those while you have your dishwasher apart. This goes in like so and locks into place like so. Okay, the first step of this is to put this motor assembly in. So I'm gonna get started on that. Over the side. First what we'll do is we'll feed these wires through the back. And literally this just drops. Drops in like so. Alright, now let's come around the back and see if I have my wires in the way, which I probably do. This wire is going to come over here, and this wire is going to be here, and that looks good. And you can see these three things right here. We're going to put those together, and these are going to go in here, but I am going to go back in the front of the dishwasher now and make sure that I have this pushed all the way down, since it doesn't look quite right. No. I'm going to take this out again. I'm not sure if I'm happy with this. I guess that was in there right. Alright, I guess we got that in there. Alright, let's come around to the back now. going to want to make sure that our wires are available here. And actually, I believe that they're probably supposed to go on this side, down in this little channel right here. And then with these guys right here, you have to squeeze these guys to get these pipes on. And the thing I did wrong when I was taking these off is I slid them down into the pipe itself. But really, I believe that the best course of action is to leave them loose. And you guys are seeing me put this on for the very first time, so I've never done this before. Like so. Actually, I think what I stop the video. Okay, I've got that back in there again. I had to take a break and figure something out. This is the retaining ring that you have to spin off of the old motor assembly before it will come out of the dishwasher. And you take a screwdriver and you just push on one of these tabs and then it will release. So it is going to go up in here, which let's see if you can see this here. It's going to go up in here like so, and we've got to find a way to get it on here. So I am going to play with this for a few minutes and I'll be back in a second. Had to totally back up there a minute because I forgot that we have to put these three guys on here, which go right here first, in order to probably get that other piece on, or at least to get it down far enough to do that. So these guys right here are going to go up here and then they twist lock. So let's see if we can get that started. It might be easier if you had somebody that pushed on the other side of the dishwasher. I got that first one on, and I'm going to try to get this one on now. So this one goes up like so, maybe pull down on the unit, and then there I can feel it start to grab there. So let's see if we get pliers on here like so. There, you can just feel it lock into place. Feels good. There we go, that one's locked into place now. All right, and let's try to get our middle one on here. Goes like so. Pliers around it. And lock it into place. So if that one's locked in, that one's locked in, and that one's locked in. All right, on this piece right here, I went ahead and put some silicone on it because it was feeling a little bit tight. This piece has to go up under that motor, and then we're gonna have to hit it around with a screwdriver and a mallet. This could be frustrating here, but we're gonna give it a shot. Probably can't see any of this in this video. I'm trying to get these hoses out of the way. wire's in the way here. Okay, another mistake. I'm not an appliance guy. These wires have to go through this, and then you can start feeding this thing back. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't get the connector through there, so get the wire through there. And then slide it back. Alright, now I don't have anything in my way. Alright. Oh, it just fell down. So this is the ring we're working with here. I'm gonna have to edit all that. Alright, there's that lock ring right back there, right here. And you can see that I actually had somebody go in the dishwasher and push down on the center of it, and then this right here, you put a screwdriver blade on here and it will turn like a good 1/4 inch or more, and you can just feel it lock into place. So now we have the piece in, we have our 3 locking pieces in. Don't forget to put these through your lock ring like I didn't do the first time, and we'll channel these guys in here like so. And then I'm going to put these 3 posts on here right now, so you guys can figure that out, but you got to squeeze those metal tabs and put those on, and I'll be back with you shortly. Okay, got one of them on, and I decided I would try to show you the other process. Squeeze that thing all the way through, slide that tube up so it doesn't go any further, and then set the locking ring back in the place where it was. Squeeze this lock ring all the way. Oh, another hand for that. Slide the tube up. Make sure I got this one. Slide it. Yeah, I think that's up there. Alright. Here's our 2 electrical connections. Self-explanatory. This one's for this guy right here. Make sure it clips on. This one is for this guy right here. Oh, it's too, that goes in only one way. Okay, so that goes there. Tuck our wires back in. Alright, and we should be good back here. There's a black cover. It's going to go on back here that you would have probably already taken off, but we're gonna put that on in a minute. Let's get back inside the dishwasher and see what we have in there. All right, now we have to start putting this back together in here. Okay, so come phone. First piece that's going to go in is your sprayer, and you had to get the racks out to get this in. I did take this and hose this out outside with the garden hose to make sure it was nice and clean. And it is going to literally just push in the bottom, and it's going to snap in there, and it's going to snap right up there. So that's that piece is in there. The next piece is the vane that came out of the assembly. It has two O-rings, which I just kept moist today while I was getting these other parts. And this is going to go like this, and then there's a lip right here that has to go around this rubber connector right here. So, and while I'm making this look easy, this took me about a half hour to figure out how to get this out. Okay, that's in, and that's in. All right. Next thing we have to do is put the two screws in these two holes right here. And when you couldn't figure out how to get this off, it was these two little plastic pieces that are going to end up in there. Whoop, it's actually not those two plastic pieces. These two plastic pieces. So these are the longest screws you'll take out. Put those one in each side. Get that one started. Get that one started. I don't want to over tighten these. I'm not using very much force in them right now. That one feels pretty good. That one feels pretty good. Here's our two plastic pieces. They're going to go in here like so. These you just get out with a little tiny pointed screwdriver. And they go in there like so. The next thing that we have to do is get our water wall back in here, and the water wall faces towards you. And it's going to go on this clip like here, like so. Like so. All right. And then let's get our racks back in. This is the hardest rack to get out. Well, it's not that hard once you learn how to do it. But it was, again, not a 30-minute process for me to figure it out. But you have these two metal things right here on the side, right there, and they're going to go in these two holes right here, like so. film this the best we can. Front one, the front one goes in the back one. All right, once you get this in here, like so, you have that down in there. You can see that down there. There is a tiny plastic piece that has to go here somewhere. I think about, oh, I should have maybe paid better attention on this. I think it goes maybe you gotta hold this. Maybe it goes like this. There it goes. That plastic piece goes in like so. Again, here's this plastic piece right here. And you just squeeze down on this tab right here. And you get the other side in. The other side in. Like so. So that should be good. So that's good. Like so. All right, once we get all that back together, of course we need to put this cover back on. Then we'll have to feed the electrical through the front of the dishwasher. We got to worry about the drain, and obviously this hasn't been cleaned up since the house was built, so I'm going to clean that up and we'll come back shortly. Mine is actually leaking because the faucet doesn't shut off properly. And then you have your electrical connection over here, which you'll have to do as well in the front of the dishwasher. So those are the last two steps in getting your dishwasher back together, and then we'll report back and see if this thing works. Well, okay, to conclude on this video, I put everything back together and it did not work. The reason it did not work is the spray arm motor assembly has the sensor for the Waterwall vane in a different location. So if you install the spray arm motor assembly, you will also need to purchase a new motion assembly and a new vane assembly to go into the dishwasher. Those are the final two parts that we installed at the end. If you just replace the motor in your dishwasher instead of the motor assembly, you will not need to do this. I'll attempt to put a video in the middle of this showing the vibrating noise that the vane made because it did not know it was back in the home position. Hope this helps everybody get their Samsung Waterwall dishwashers fully functioning again. After I purchased these 2 additional parts, mine was good as new.